Hello, good people. This is your girl Make Makeup, and today I have a very interesting video for you guys. I'm going to show you how to use the scar wax and fake blood that I showed you how to make on my previous videos. What I'm doing right now, I'm using the scar wax to mold a bone, because what I'm going to show you today is a ripped finger where you can see the bones. The first bone is already done, and now we're going to make the other one. Now if you notice, I'm using a very small amount of this scar wax. It's because I don't want the bone to be too big, because again I don't want it to be so big on the wound, because now that means we'll have to make the wound even bigger. What I'm doing right now is I'm placing the bones where I want them to be. And I'm pressing it down so that it's not I don't know the right word to use. I don't want it bulging all the way up, because now that means I'll have to make my wound a bit bigger, so that's why I'm pressing it down. You have to be gentle with the scar wax, because if you're not gentle, then the scar wax is going to lose the shape you're trying to mold, and you will have to start all over again, or else whatever you're making won't make sense. Yeah, so that's where I want the bones to be, and now I'm molding another piece for the body. I know trying to explain SFX is sort of hard, but don't worry guys, you're going to see what I'm going to do step by step. So now I'm going to place it where I want it to be. Don't worry about the size. If you find out that the body is a little bit too big, you can always take out some while blending, so that shouldn't worry you. What you should be careful about right now is that you get the perfect shape for your wound as you lay the body. What I'm doing right now is trying to press it down so that it doesn't fall off. Now if you don't want your scar wax to fall off, you can always use spirit gum, but the reason I'm not using spirit gum right now is because I am just doing this video for you guys, and then I take the wound off, so I don't think there's any need of me using spirit gum to attach it to my fingers. But if you're planning to do this and have it stay a little bit longer, you can use spirit gum or latex to attach it to your fingers, so that when you're moving around it doesn't fall off. As you can see, I've laid out the second part of the body, and what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to blend using this spoon. I'm using the flat edge, and if you notice, I'm being very soft while doing this, because if you're too hard on the wax, you're going to ruin the shape of the wound, and you don't want to do that, because that means you'll have to start all over again. So be gentle. It's a little hard using the spoon, and I'm thinking I'll try and find myself a spatula, because it's smaller a little thinner, and it will help me go all the way to the edges. But right now, let's just use what we have. We have this spoon, and so far so good. So keep blending until you get your end result. It was a bit hard doing the corners because this spoon is wide. I just can't go deep into the corners. Tried using my fingers. I'm going to do blending on the other part of the wound. For me, I think this is the most important part because this will help make the believability part of it. I mean, if you don't blend your wound well, then it won't look as real as you want it to be. But practice makes perfect. I've also noticed I'm not as good when it comes to blending, but I'll work on it and I know I'm gonna be better. I'm so excited, guys. If you really want to try this, please do, and make sure you tag me so that I can see what you've done. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to take that little thing. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But anyway, you can see how it looks. That's what I'm using to make my wound a bit deep. And this will also help me when I'm doing my coloring and when I'm adding some bit of blood to it. It will help give some depth to the wound. So I find it as a very important bit when I'm doing this kind of makeup, but well, it depends on you. You don't have to do what I say. Do what works for you. So next I'm going to take powder and apply all over the wound to make it a little bit shiny, so that when we go over with foundation, it's not as shiny as it is right now. So remember, when we were making the scar wax, we used Vaseline and corn flour, and the Vaseline is what is making the scar wax shine. So this powder bit helps reduce the shine. Our next step is coloring using the yellow color. This helps give an illusion of some fat in the wound. Yeah, I know. So that's what I'm trying to achieve right here, but it didn't turn out as well. But I know in the next video it's gonna be awesome. Do what you have to do to make this thing happen. Just explore as many options as you can. There are no limits to where your creativity can take you. Just do crazy things until you find what works for you. Next, we're going to use foundation, one that's close to the skin color of your hand. I know this one is a little bit dark, but it worked. So if you notice, I'm using very light strokes while doing the coloring. That's because I don't want to ruin the shape of the wound. So use light strokes as you do the coloring, and go all over the wound with the foundation, apart from the bone part, because the bone is meant to remain white. I don't know if you guys are interested in this kind of makeup, because special effects makeup just fascinates me. I think it keeps my world going. I'm so much in love with this kind of makeup. So next we're going to use the fake blood I made. I have a video on my channel about how I made this fake blood. Now if you notice, I didn't just pour the blood right into the wound. I'm using a very small brush so that even after we're done with the wound, you can see the details in the wound, instead of just pouring blood all over the wound that it covers everything. No, I don't want that. I want you guys to see the details in the wound, the depth of the wound. And that's why I'm using this small brush. What do you guys think about these nose and scar wax? Has any of you tried making it? I would like to know how it works for you. Now, as I said, this kind of wax cannot be used on set because it creases a lot, and within no time it won't look bad. Even trying touching up won't work. So if you're looking for wax to use on set, please buy nose and scar wax from Benet or Graftobian. As you can see, you can tell the wound is a bit deep, and you can still see the bone. What I'm doing right now is I'm going all over the wound with some bit of the blood, just to show that the skin is irritated. Guys, I really enjoyed making this video for you guys. I hope you find this helpful, and if there's anything else you want me to do, please let me know. If you try this kind of look, also let me know. What we used today is DIY nose and scar wax, a spoon. Yeah, I don't know what small thing is, but I also used that. This lipstick palette from Kate of London, Revlon foundation, baby powder, DIY fake blood, and some brushes. That's it for now. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye.